Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ed. I've been busy. I did a couple of ships and I got it posted. A couple of videos online on YouTube. But the it's going to start off a little bit slow today, I think, but you don't know. So I think Joe said, did Joe indicate he wouldn't be here this morning or today? I don't know. I can't remember. It's an old guy thing, you know. The Hey, Brenda. The I don't know if Giggles is opening today or if he's just tied up. And I can't remember if anybody does remember. Did Joe say what Joe said yesterday? I think I some kind of an indication that he was tied up this morning. I don't know. I can't speak for Joe. Hang on a minute. Okay, that's better. Okay, thanks, Brenda. Yeah, what happened was is I did that ship and then I see that the tall ship uh a tall ship that anchored last night was still out there. And I thought, well, maybe I'll fly out there and catch it, which I did. All on one battery too, and I still came back and I had 35% battery life left. Yeah, there's supposed to be some heavy storms down there around that area. He and Johnny. Um, so I hope that nothing bad happens, but it is what it is, right? We got a lot of things we can complain about that we might have control over, but the things that we don't have control over or direct control, uh, it's just kind of like just beating your lungs against the wall, you know? The I don't know where my So, tis what it is. And that could be Ed. Good morning, Jonathan. Jonathan. As you can see, it's kind of a cloudy, murky day today. Not any rain or anything, and it's 73 degrees right now. Hey, Lance. The nothing new going on here much, if anything. Tis what it is. Not looking forward to going to be checked out on next, what is it, Monday? Yeah, 21st. But is what it is. My doctor ordered some tests to be done at the hospital, so, and also he's recommended that I see a urologist. So that's going to happen on Monday. So my concern is though is leaving Mia for so long and not knowing how long I'm going to be. Not Mia, Boone. There you go. It's that old man head again. I don't know. I'm just not befuddled, but I'm just don't understand whether people see any value in me being live streamed twice a day, um, or at all. Um, and I realize I'm providing the platform for everybody else to use. It's like you got the chat going and things like that. But there are days and there are moments like this where I think that why am I bothering everybody? Because I know my friends come on here just because they want to support me, but you know So, I hope everybody's doing well. The Well, thank you, Brenda. That's very kind of you. But that's what I expect from you because you are a kind individual, kind and loving lady. The weather's starting to get a little yucky out. Um, I don't think it's raining, but we could get some rain here, I think. Let me see if I can see what the hell the weather's like. Yeah, there's weather out to the west, but it looks like it's going to be coming here about 1 o'clock. Let's see, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock. We should be getting, it's going to build through the afternoon. Hey, here's the Weather Channel. That's at 9 o'clock. Here's 10 o'clock. And here's where I am right there. So, anyway, Not a lot going on down along the water either. But that ship is still out there anchored. That's the one I flew out to get. TJ's here. Yes, Ed. It is anchored out there.
Hey, I'm at your house this morning.
Hey, TJ,
What's happening?
what are you doing? Crazy person, you.
That's pretty funny. That's funny. Let's see. All right, we're back. So my coworker apparently trained his cat to dance. He
Oh,
was
really?
showing me, yeah, here, let's see, let's see, let's go here. It's pretty funny. Sure, so, all right, okay. All right, here we go. Play.
That's AI. You could train you to do that too.
I know. I know. That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's funny.
Ed says that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
Yeah, you're gonna see more and more things like that and you just don't know what's real and what's not, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, hey, you could teach your cat to dance or whatever. Just give it a treat and he'll start waving his hands in the air like you just don't care. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny. Oh goodness, man, it's starting to get hot out there. I put my Mini 2 up because there's an iguana sitting on top of the roof across the pond there, and I tried to get it with the Mini 2, but it said max distance reached, and I was like, what? So I brought it back and put them away, and then put my Air 2S up and flew and took a picture of the iguana on top of the roof. Yeah, I know, right, Ed? He's got some skills for sure. uh,
He's right in your category. That's the thing.
Category.
Category. Yeah, that's it.
Category.
That's it. Ha, ha, ha.
Category. That's funny.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
That's funny. Uh,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
yeah. That's pretty good. That's
That's pretty
funny.
good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
That's funny. It's my neighbor's cat. His name is Rocky, and he likes to sit up and box with you. That's pretty funny. uh, oh goodness. And what you up to this morning? I seen that ship that you, what was that, like earlier this morning, the something missed or whatever it was.
What? The Federal New York?
No, the one that it said it was something missed or whatever that ship was that you posted. It was let me see. I was just watching it like not too long ago. Um where was the other one? It said it was something missed. The name of the ship was I looked up.
That's that Pearl Mist.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Was that this morning or yesterday or?
That was late yesterday. Yep.
Gotcha.
Here's one of the ones I did this morning.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool shot, actually, just the way it is with the pirate ship right there. Oh, that's cool.
I did that after that ship went by.
Oh, that's cool. The Air 2S, obviously.
Yep. That's the only
Nice.
drone I got left now.
Yeah.
It's all I need.
Yep. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, that's what that means. Well, I was pretty sure it was signed into my account. I was pretty sure.
That's how far out it is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, either one or the other. I think it's probably the second one, Joe, that I have it set to beginner's mode. I might have to change it. And plus, it's been a while since I flew the Mini 2 anyway. I just thought I'd whip it out and just knock the dust off for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know, Ed, why it's anchored out there. Who knows? But it is. It's anchored out there. It came up earlier in the week and upbound, and I think it went to some kind of a festival up on the lake, one of the harbors. And then it came back late yesterday and it went out there and then anchored. So,
Is that the only time they have that ship out there is when there's like some kind of festival or whatever going on?
well, few of those tall ships come to the Great Lakes and go to different festivals or types of things. And
Oh,
but it is what it is, you know.
yeah.
So, what time you got to go to work today?
I go in at noon.
Noon.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. and then and then Friday is gonna be a long one because I go in at 11 and close.
So, when you go in at noon today, what time do you get out?
Close.
But
uh,
Friday's got later hours. Is that why you say it's
yeah,
going to be a long day?
yeah, I think so. Well, that doesn't always happen. It was just the way I was scheduled, I guess.
Well, the thing of it is that you're going in at noon today, which is only an hour later than
Yeah,
than, than Friday. So I
yeah.
was trying to figure out why Friday was so much worse than today.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a little bit. It's kind of the
Explain
same,
it
I
to me,
guess.
TJ. Explain it to me.
I guess it's kind of the same. I mean, I guess it's just an
Well,
hour difference.
that's why I was asking you is does the store have extended hours on the weekend?
No, I don't. But it's just that they're well, trucks coming today, so that's I guess one of the reasons I'm
So no
scheduled.
more sitting around chewing the shit with the other employees and
Yeah, we actually
and you
have
don't
work.
have any more spaghetti to go, do you?
Yeah, no more. I ate all my spaghetti yesterday. uh, wait, which JD talking about?
Grand
Grand
Haven,
Hat.
that's on the
Oh,
other side of the state.
oh,
Grand Haven is big Coast Guard.
oh, gotcha. I was reading that as Haven. Grand Haven is Haven. I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. All right, green eggs and ham. Yeah, man. I like green eggs and ham, Sam I am.
You seem to be a green eggs and ham kind of guy.
Yeah, I've actually had that once before, a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, well, it might be a short day today.
Yeah, I wonder where everyone's at.
Mark's here.
Yeah, I see Jonathan. There's Mark.
Yeah, Friday was bad because TJ was off, so he was missing work, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I came on for a little bit yesterday when I was at work. I was eating my
Yeah, he was
spaghetti.
eating the spaghetti. Yeah, and you know where he was eating it? He was eating it in the
In the
photo department.
the photo department, because it's such a small confined area. It's kind of like a another miniature break room, I guess.
And he had a cashier was keeping an eye on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on the panel. Like what?
Yeah, I know. She what was her name again?
Oh, Alicia.
Alicia. Yep.
Yeah.
She keeps an eye on you, buddy.
I know she does too. It's so funny that like when she's work like sometimes she'll work up in the front and sometimes she'll be in the pharmacy and I'll just be laughing, carrying on, and she'll like everyone in the store. The store is so small that everyone in the store can hear me laughing. It just like carries like throughout the store.
DJ, everybody in the county can hear you laughing.
That's
I know
it.
they could. I know they could. That's funny. Oh me. What's up, Lance?
Hang on.
Lance is at your house too. That's funny.
So what are you up to, Lance?
Well, I got up early this morning, about 3 o'clock,
Wow.
and show you what I captured. Let's see.
He spelled his name out with his drone. Watch.
Flew the drone.
He spelled his name out.
He did?
I don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Oh, he wants to know if you flew your drone and spelled your name out in lights.
Almost. Let me show you here. Like the best.
TJ's always looking for anything to entertain him. Let me entertain you.
Let me entertain you.
Here, this guy.
Where's the guy?
Share. Share.
There it is.
So,
Oh wow, that's cool.
I wish the truck was at a different angle. Over here is a big barn right over here. So I couldn't yeah. But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a little
That's an
softer
old
than I
truck.
like. And that was the intent, is I wanted to find an old beat up truck somewhere in a field, and this is right down the street from my cabin.
That's cool, but you should have done it like kind of like around.
Here you
like,
go. Here's your producer. Here's your producer going to tell you what you did wrong.
Like done it like around the truck, like made the halo like around it.
Oh, you mean down lower?
Yeah,
Like right in here?
yeah, like around like the center of it.
Yeah. Tell me if you see this, the image switch. You see that one?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a double halo.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I was kind of under the gun because the property is not lived in. There's a really nice white house and a big red barn, but nobody lives there. The guy who owns it owns a lot of property on the island, and so it's not lived in. And it's only been lived in. I've been coming up here since 1983, and it's only been lived in for 1 year, like in 93, for like a year. Somebody lived there, but it's been vacant ever since. And I don't know why the guy still owns it. The guy's, I'm sure, a multimillionaire, but so I drove in there this morning thinking, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm not going to bother anyone. I turn my lights off. There's a little dirt road to get back there, but it's very viewable from the road. There's 2 roads. And so I start to launch the drone and get everything, and there's not enough light. It's just so pitch black back there. So I've got to turn my headlights on my car. Of course, when my headlights go on, my tail lights go on, and so I'm I'm now viewable from the road. Whereas if I would not have had to turn anything on, no one would know I was back there. Well, Gladys Kravitz drove by and she stopped and was looking and wondering if I was breaking into the house or the barn, right? And she just stayed there and stayed there and stayed there. So I felt kind of rushed, and I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who was in that car because it was so dark. And so I flew. I took about 5 pictures, and I had to readjust things, and I just felt really rushed. So when I pack everything up and I start to head out, she's parked right out front, and I stop and I talk to her. And I said, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm a high school photography teacher. I'm not trying to break in or anything, And I kind of explained what I was doing, and she said, "Oh, okay." I called the owner, just so you know, the owner knows that you were here. I said, "That's fine because I'll share the images with him as well." So, but she was very polite and very nice, but it could have been a guy with a gun. Who knows, right?
She called the owner at 2 o'clock in the morning?
She called the owner at 3.
3 o'clock. Holy cow. I bet he was happy with her.
Yeah. Well, it's good that she was concerned that someone might be trying to break in. And I'm sure the owner probably thought someone was trying to break in. They didn't know what I was doing back there. I don't know that she could see the drone circling because, well, I know she could because she drove on another street and I could see her open the door and kind of flash a flashlight, but she was 1,000 yards away from me. So there was no way she could see me. She could just see my car lights. And then she drove back around and then she parked out front, which is probably 100 yards from the where she parked to where I was flying. And she probably still couldn't see the drone real well. She didn't know what I was doing, thinking I might be trying to break in or something, which is good. And she was relieved that, and she thanked me for stopping and talking to her. So, but here's some images.
Hey, TJ, just to clarify, TJ, her name is not Gladys Kravitz.
Oh.
That is a name from us older people would know who we're talking about.
Oh.
It's a person that thinks they know everything and they're into everybody's business.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
business and watches out for everything. She was on a show called Bewitched. Her character was on a show called Bewitched. She was really she was the nosy neighbor is what she was.
Oh, so it's another name for a Karen is pretty much what it was.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, Lance dated himself, so
I did. I dated myself.
Karen is a phrase that's only been around for the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Gladys Kravitz was around. Bewitched was done in what, the 70s and 80s?
I thought that was her actual name for a moment. I was like, wait, what?
So I wish the truck was angled more and I had more time to do some stuff. But again, like I said, I felt pretty rushed about getting in and out because I didn't know who was out there parked and what the deal was. And 3 a.m, completely dark.
Hey,
pitch
Dre.
black. Morning, Dre.
Morning, Dre.
So TJ's just sitting there gnawing on his fingers, waiting to go to work. You don't ever have to clip your fingernails, do you? I mean, you chew them off.
Yeah, I think they do need to be clipped. Actually, they're kind of getting long. Yeah, I think they need a clipping. It's crazy. Like I'll clip my nails, and like the next day they get long again. It's like what? I just clipped them yesterday. How are they long
Well,
already?
it's all that spaghetti you've been eating.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep. Tis what it is.
Here's what it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is. Yes, it is.
Well, I think I'm going to close it down at 10 o'clock unless somebody else jumps in.
And I think Justin's feeding his face with burritos and
Yeah,
David.
tacos and
Yeah.
burritos. You know,
And then
Justin
David-
ought to go out and get a truck and have a taco trailer, you know?
yeah, just go around and just like sell all his burritos and tacos.
Ring a bell. Tacos, burritos.
So Paul, I'm going to pick up a Pepsi. I'm going to pick up a Pepsi behind me, right next to the TV. I'm going to grab a couple.
Okay. Here's the Pepsi.
Here's the Pepsi. Don't forget a Boston cream, Lance. Oh, that's funny. Joseph, why should you have 11 people watching? Why shut it down? Go fly a ship.
Well, because everybody's waiting for you, Joe, and you're not here.
Go fly a ship.
He was on Johnny's show a little bit ago.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. What you gonna do today, Lance?
It's today. Today's
Wednesday.
Saturday, isn't it? Isn't today Saturday?
It's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Are you sure? I think every day's Saturday in the summer.
Well, that's what happens when you get the summer off. You know,
Today's definitely practice
On
day.
the deck and have my coffee. I'm going to read a little bit. I'm sure I'll fly my drone at some point somewhere. And get ready. In fact, I'm posting a hyperlapse on my YouTube channel, the smokestack
Right?
time lapse.
here's Dre.
Here comes Joe.
So I didn't know it was Copy Paul Day, Lance. You guys forgot to send me the
The
background.
notice? Yeah.
I noticed when TJ came on.
we was all sitting in Paul's chair.
Yeah, YouTube. hasn't-
You guys got to send me that background so I can be part of the group. Good morning,
You-
Joe and Mark. Afternoon,
Hey,
I should
everybody.
say, Mark.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
Hey, Paul, your
Yeah.
show don't revolve around me. It's your show. Just because I'm not here don't mean you need to shut it down.
Well, that's what everybody's been saying is, where's Joe?
Ain't
Where's
no,
Joe?
I've been watching the show since you started. You're the
where's
only one
Joe?
that's been talking about it.
No, I've been getting private messages. Where's Joe? Where's Joe?
Bullshit. Bullshit. You said, Joe said, you see, first thing you said, this is why I didn't come on. You said, Joe said he wouldn't be here today. I think that's what he said. No, I said I wouldn't be here Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Then you started saying, well, it's that old man thing. I can't
Yes, it
remember
is.
things. So I didn't want to feel sorry for you and come on right away. It's your show, Paul. Don't worry about if I'm here or not.
What do you think, Dre?
Hey, I have to agree with Joe. It's your show. It's always been your show.
Yep.
I
You had
remember you
Brenda
sort of come on,
patronized you.
once
She got
or
on there and
twice a
said,
week.
"We want you, Paul. We don't want you to shut it down. You have a value." And I'm not criticizing you, Brenda. That's what he wants people to do.
It's still your show, Paul, even when you're not here.
Yeah, I know. We can fix this. Watch.
No, I saw Joe come there. I said, let me get in here. I was quite tickled last night
We can fix this.
with Bill's show that he finally had to admit the possibility of the demise of the obvious drone.
Who did?
Bill last night.
Bill's show. Bill's a pessimist. Bill needs to give it up.
Well, like I said, now I say Bill. Usually he always talk about all the positive. I remember a couple months back. Oh, this will all blow over in a couple of weeks. The tariffs will go away. And I'm like, dude, you are not reading the signs.
Well, Bill was comparing himself to witchcraft in the Bible last night, saying all this crap, and it was like, dude, are you the drone whisperer or something? Like, God darn it! I had to cut it off. I got tired of listening to it. All they're doing is clickbait right now. Did executive order as the investigation started? Let it go.
Yeah.
It's going to be investigated, and guess what? It's going to get fixed. Because DJI ain't
talking
going to
about-
fall down on us.
You talking about
Yeah.
Bill, the drone reviewer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I finally had enough and made a comment. Well, I hope you're right, Joe. Yeah, I hope I'm right too. If I'm not, it's going to happen. Let it go. Every show's bringing it up every time.
Well, like I told him, I said, don't
JJ?
don't think it's going to be a quick fix. It's not. And I say the short end of the stick is most likely going to be the hobby. Just like we're talking about, as always, the American drone company. I said there are American drone companies putting out drones. They just don't put out consumer level drones. Now, if you want to fly, spend $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, oh, they got a drone for you. It's top notch.
All I know is I'll be flying my 3D printer.
Local park.
So guys, let me show you real quick. Remember I told you that nurse has a daughter that's autistic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
She
talking
likes-
about your.
she likes-
you're talking about your possums.
Yeah, she likes opossums. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I made a little box for her. Got a little possum on the top. I had to
That's
design all of that, right? And when you open it up, you have a family of possums.
That's pretty cool though.
You know what, Joe? I have to tip my cap to you on that one. That's very nice and artistic and caring. Whoever known you would have been a Marine.
And that is actually if she's got pierced ears, that's an earring. If not, she just got baby possums.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
But she got a little
And you-
family of possums.
And you were saying she carries around like a stuffed animal possum too?
Yeah. I
What are
made a
you
little
doing, TJ? You airing it out or what?
scratching his back.
No, my back
Oh,
scratching my
I
back.
thought maybe you had a fart caught in your t-shirt.
No.
Hey, Brenda.
I'm scratching my back.
Well, TJ, here's what you need to get yourself is one of these.
Yeah, I know. I keep seeing that. Like, I think there's a store up the road called Five and Below. I think they carry those things.
Yeah, but he
I
doesn't
had-
just
I
scratch
had
his back
one-
with that. Well, Paul scratches a couple other things.
I had this one back scratcher. It had it was a long stick, and on the end of it, it had a gator claw on the end of it. I don't know what happened to the damn thing. That was a pretty cool back scratcher too.
So Lance, was that a somebody that does that light thing? The drone light
The
photo?
light show, no, that's Lance doing that.
Quite a few people on YouTube do that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lance,
I know there's quite a few people
Yeah,
do it.
what, Paul?
I just don't know them, Mark. I know Lance.
Dre was asking about your light show.
Oh, go ahead, Gray. I'm sorry.
I was just asking, was that you flying or you just taking the picture?
Do them both.
Sorry, say that one more time, Dre.
I was asking about the light show shot that you posted, and I was asking, was that all you, or you just took the shot?
In other words, were you
Was
just
that-
a photographer, or did you fly the drone?
So no, I flew the drone and I had it in point of interest, so it just kept circling.
Mhm.
And then basically I had my camera set up. I was flying the drone and I reached over and pushed the shutter on my camera. So I literally, it took me 2 seconds to push the shutter as I'm holding the controller on the drone.
So
If
was
that
that,
makes sense.
is that just the lights on the drone itself, or did you add a additional light on it?
I added an additional light. Let me get my drone here. Hold on. I've got it right here. I'll show you what I have. Can you see that? So I've got these LED lights strapped to the back legs. And then I
Okay.
turn these LED lights on, and then I turn on the landing light and leave it on. So you can turn it on and leave it on. So that kind of helps illuminate as well. And then of course
Okay.
the lights on the legs, if you see the green and the red, you're capturing some of that. So it just
Right.
depends on the flight of the drone. But
Right.
I like the Mavic 2 Pro because it has GPS lock, whereas all the newer drones do not have that anymore. DJI needs to bring that back. When we had GPS lock, we could not fly at night yet. So it really didn't make sense to ever have it. I mean, the technology, because at that time you had to fly over, lock it in, then fly back and do your point of interest, right?
Mhm.
And then the night flights we were able to fly, but then they took that part off. Well, you can't do a point of interest at night because there's not enough light on the subject. It'll lose its orientation. So I've got my subject here, and I've got the drone, and if I just draw a square around my subject, as soon as it starts to go around, it's going to lose because of the light. It's going to lose this point of
Right.
interest, and it's
Yeah.
not going to do. It's not
So
going
do
to
you
do.
have it? Do you have it set, Lance? And when you hit the point of interest, does it automatically start the camera, or do you have to start the camera?
I don't do anything with it. I don't even take a picture with the drone. Drone's not involved at all as far as an image.
Except for the lights.
It's
Well,
my camera. It's my DSLR camera that's sitting on the ground that takes that picture.
Okay.
So I do
Right.
nothing. I do nothing with the drone's video or images at all. It
Right. So
never runs.
I get what you're saying, because you had the front side of the truck lit by your headlights, but the back side is dark, so the drone would lose orientation of the point of interest.
Yeah, yeah.
Lance,
And when I went back there, the place was so dark. I took a picture before I even took the drone off just to see if I could see the truck, and it was completely black.
Right.
And I thought, okay, I'm not going to get enough, so I've got to turn the headlights on the car. And luckily, I had pointed the car at the truck, so I was prepared for that. I thought, well, it could be too dark, and I might have to turn the headlights on, and that's what I ended up doing. But I just felt pressure, and the focus was a little softer than I like. If you look at it, the truck isn't super sharp, which I'm a little disappointed in, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
Lance, that feature today.
Say
It
that
might-
again, Mark.
It might not have a button to do that feature, but if you draw a square around something and make a subject, and then you just move slightly to one side until it changes that subject into an actual physical point.
So Mark, this is what I think it would do if I drew a square around the subject. It would lose that point of interest because it's too dark out. That's just my guess. I haven't tried it with the Mavic 3, but from what I can tell in the daylight, it'll lose track of the subject when I draw the square around the subject. So it doesn't stay
locked
That
on.
drawing
Yeah,
drawing that square doesn't always lock it on, and it's not going to be a circle. Whereas GPS, hey, it's picking up the satellite and it's saying that's it right there, and I'm not going to waver at all. I'm locked into that point right there, and it's not going to change. So I know that 100% that's going to work. Whereas drawing the square, it might work, it might not work. It's going to be off a little bit. I mean,
but like I'm
too many
saying,
variables.
if you get the square to create the subject and then you just move the drone slightly until that square shapes into a pointer, and that gives you that locked position rather than a subject, and it sticks to that position.
Well, I think it's not so much the drone itself; it's the software that you're using. And like I said, I've used the Mavic 2 Pro to do circle highlighted myself while I was walking the bridge. It circled around, never lost me at all. But like you say, that's why I was asking at night. I said that's a little more different because usually most people have one person man the regular camera on the ground, and the other person flies the drone in the circle and do it like that. That's why I asked Lance, was he doing either
Dan?
one, or he just like
Well,
you just explained, he did it all himself.
If you watch,
Yeah, I'm a one man band at 3 in the morning.
I
I
understand.
don't
if
I
you
don't think
watch,
my daughter is going to get up at 3 and help me.
if you watch some of the videos that Matthew in Ireland has done, he actually shows himself doing that and shows you how to do it.
Mhm.
Can you put that link in the chat?
I will have a look for it and see if
Okay,
I
thanks, Mark.
Well, I can't argue
Appreciate
with the
that.
results Lance got. I mean, the shot, I put like this, to be on social media, it's an excellent shot. As you said, if you blow it up, it'll probably, like you said, fall apart because it was a soft focus. But, social media posting, it looks very good.
Well, I'm glad he had pants on when he got up.
Good morning, Dan. Didn't mean to
We
ignore
got the
you.
full frontal.
on and done.
Jonathan, what's got you all wound up this morning, partner? Somebody put a nickel on you, so you ready to go?
38 cents.
Hell is Matthew Gold.
Oh, Paul, your seat is comfortable. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, I know. Let me get it again. I ran it. Look.
What did you guys do? Take a picture yesterday and shared it?
Yeah, David did.
David did.
He sent it to everybody because Paul wasn't here, so we were gonna all just leave his chair.
He's got to send it to me so I can put it in my background.
And we were all gonna just leave the chair sitting there when he came back.
Yeah.
Got my Cheerios this morning.
Oh, there he is. The big bowl of
That's a whole
Cheerios.
box. What are you talking about?
That's a whole box of Cheerios, isn't it?
Is that the
Yeah.
regular Cheerios, or you got at least the honey nut ones, don't you?
Yeah, the honey nut Cheerios.
Yeah, I can say the regular Cheerios. Ooh, they tough.
Every time he chews, he laughs a little bit. You gotta be coming out your nose in a minute, TJ. I tell you what, it's hell when you gotta blow a Cheerio through your nose.
I know.
Well, it cleans the ducks out, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you better hope that's all it does.
So did you go to the wound care yesterday, Joe, or you got to go today?
Well, I got home health coming today,
Okay, but you went to the wound care yesterday,
Monday.
Monday. Man,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
man, them days.
No, I was up at 7:30 this morning, parking my car on the other side just in case of the rain, and walking the 50 yards back. I got a walker in the car. I got a walker upstairs to get around if I need a walker when I go somewhere. But I used a cane today and walked back and forth to the car with the cane.
How's your leg feel?
But it don't really hurt. They told me just keep using the pressure on the heel. Don't use the ball of the foot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking on the heel on that one and using the cane to keep some of the pressure off of it. But it really, the only time it hurts is when I sit here and I let it sit down. When I put it back up on a table like this, I'm
Yeah.
fine. But it's just by the end of the night, I'm ready to go lay down, you know. But I have gotta, you know how it is, you gotta push yourself. I gotta push myself. Because come next week, Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna have to push myself. I have to be able to set up the equipment. I have to be able to take it down. I have to be able to get back home, and I have to do it again the next day.
So
So I'll have a busy couple of days.
He's in training, Dre.
It's preparation, right? You know that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about being a Girl Scout. You can't just jump into it. I've got these 10 days that I've had to ease into it. But I could tell if I know when I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
Because this morning I had a jam on a printer. One of the spools jammed as it was rewinding. As soon as I got in freaking bed, and I said, "Oh damn!" I got up and I walked up front without the walker. Got up here, set it up, sort of walked into the back, and I said, "And that was too much."
Mm-hmm.
I realized it when I walked. I was putting more weight on it.
You had to put equal weight on both legs.
Yeah. And when I got back to the back and laid down, about 5 minutes later, it jammed again. I said, "Oh, bitch!" You know? Came up and fixed it, and it hadn't jammed since. It was jamming when it was retracting. It was bringing it back and bringing a big piece of it would loop and go around. The thing ought to be slower. It just goes slow. It works when it goes slow. I don't know why it speeds up.
Well, you're way above my pay grade and knowledge of that 3D printer stuff. So I'll just sit here and nod my head.
Yep. That's what I'm doing half the time, nodding my head, you know.
Yeah.
I'm learning as I go. But you know the thing. If you got a marathon coming up, you better be training.
There you go.
And I've done a lot with leg injuries between the two knees in the Marine Corps. I broke my ankle one time in the Marines and had a cast on it forever. And I was training for a marathon in Hawaii. And when they took the cast off and they put me in a boot, the marathon was like, it was about 6 weeks. I couldn't do any training. I looked at Dr. Bell and I said, "So well, how long do I need this boot?" He said, "Probably about 4 weeks." I said, "Okay, the marathon is in 6 weeks." I said that to him. He looked at me. He said, "Hold on a minute. Put me back in the freaking cast." I said, "Why are you doing that?" He said, "Because you're not running the marathon."
There you go. I said, "Because you ain't gonna be messing this up."
And that's what he told me. He said, "I'm putting you in a cast for 4 weeks." I said, "You just took me out the cast." And he said, "I don't care. You're going to wear a cast for 4 more weeks."
Yeah.
He said, "You're not running a marathon." Then I'm riding down the hill about a week later on my moped, and I hit some gravel, right? And as it slid, I put my foot down, took the whole bottom of the cast off.
Oh.
So I go back into the office, and I show him, and he goes, "How'd that happen?" I told him what happened. And he goes, "Okay, let me redo the cast like this." He said, "Because I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but I'm not taking it off." I said, I said, "I'm glad I had that on." I said, "Because if I didn't have that cast on and that boot might have tripped me off, I might have been on the ground, you know."
Mm-hmm.
But it took the whole bottom of the cast off because they had a little like a heel on it.
Right.
And the heel caught, just ripped that whole bottom off.
Yeah. Okay.
But Dr. Bill, Navy doctor, well, he was tough. He was tough on you, boy. He thought you were trying to get away with something.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be all on your ass.
So Lance,
He
you
was the one that-
lining up your well, it's only Wednesday. You still got another 2.5 days to go. Where you head
Yep,
back.
yep, head back on Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Spend a week at home and then come on back up for my last week.
Oh,
Well, how you like Michigan
go
anyway?
home and come back?
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Well, Lance, how you
guys
like
don't start
Michigan anyway?
school
How's
until
it? Is that-
September, right?
I go back on the. I go back like the last 2 days in August. Just the teachers do, and then we start that Tuesday. The teachers again, and then Wednesday after Labor Day, the kids start.
Yeah, my wife goes back the last couple of days of July. Those are their teacher days, and then the kids show up, I think either on the 30th or 31st, maybe.
Hey Ed, what's
Maybe-
up?
Maybe it is August 1st.
That is way too early.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
Ed's
'cause my
daughter had a
wife's
wedding
going-
over the weekend.
Whose wedding?
Ed, 204 Drone. His
Yeah,
daughter
he was
got
at-
married over the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
cleaned up real nice. He's all dressed up.
He looked really good. He sent me pictures on Messenger, like they were doing after their the after wedding party, whatever thing, and then sent me a picture of him all dressed up nice and everything. He was looking real good.
Hey, Mark, let me ask you a question. Is that the phone you're looking at with that?
What?
You using a is it a phone?
Yeah.
Okay, you said you had the iPhone 11. You
Yeah.
said that's all you needed. Why don't you get you like the 15 or 16 Pro Max? You might need a smaller magnifying glass.
Not really.
You knew where I was going, Dre. You knew it.
I didn't know what I thought you were gonna tell me once you break out that MacBook he bought a while back.
I'm telling you. I'm just messing with you.
I've got,
Oh, that's
a
cool.
MacBook and I've got 2 Macs.
Yeah. Because I know, here at the office I got 2 screens, and at home I got 2 screens. Like I said, when I was on vacation, I had that one screen, dude. I was like, this
Lost.
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
lost. I'm like, one screen's hiding behind the other. I'm like, where am I at?
You should have been 18 days in the hospital on an iPad and a phone,
Mm-hmm.
Can't hold the MacBook close enough to my eye to use the magnifying glass. That's why the phone is actually perfect.
What's up, Al? How you doing?
Al, what's up? Time to fly. Hey,
Like I say, you can't make the font on the MacBook big enough, so you don't need your magnifier.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. Hey, good morning, Al. You sell that Mavic 4 Pro yet?
so Dre, I'm printing me what they call a splitter. It's a little Y splitter to go in the back because the AMS goes in with the main tube. And you take that, put it in, and you split it with so you can put a reel on the back. So it gives you 5 different colors, right?
Okay.
But mainly the reason I want that one in the back is because you can't run TPU through the AMS. It's too soft. So that way I can put the splitter on there. So if I decide to make a bumper with TPU, I can run it through the back and just turn the printer off and just run the stuff through.
Okay.
But at least you could print the thing, and put it in,
Got enough milk there, TJ? You didn't miss a drop.
Oh, don't make him laugh. Please don't make him laugh.
He did
Swallow,
the serious.
TJ, swallow.
He tilted not just the bowl, Joe, even his head was tilted back. There was not going to be a drip of milk left in that bowl.
Oh, come on, Paul.
Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo.
I mean, even when I was a kid, I didn't even go that far. Now I just kind of like, just mm, mm. He up here.
Oh no, that's the way he used it.
Like, I'm sure there's some more Cheerios on the shelf at Walgreens. You can pick up a box.
That's funny.
I mean, he was
bowl like goes like over my head.
No kidding. You should have put on your hair as a cap.
Wear it like a hat. That's funny.
Well, TJ's got his own version of Lance and Dre. TJ's got his own version of bowling. Bowling is cereal. It isn't throwing the ball down.
No, I prefer to call him the ultimate serial killer.
Yep.
Whoosh.
Wow.
That's funny.
In fact, you ought to get a small one of those kiddie pools and fill it up with milk and Cheerios.
Yeah, put like lots of Cheerio, like a mixture of cereal in there. Just fill the pool up with the milk.
Yeah.
That's funny. They sell the little mini kiddie pools at work. Just buy one. Just buy all the boxes of cereal. Just fill it up and just put like a couple gallons of milk in there and just sit in there and just eat it.
Yeah, there you go.
Take a picture.
Cereal marathon with TJ.
That's funny. Cereal marathon. I like it. That's pretty good. Me.
Dude, that itch has really got you going today, huh?
I wish I did have a back scratcher somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Oh yeah, I
Paul,
normally
quit
use
scratching down there, Paul. Quit scratching. Go take it back.
He scratches all over.
Yeah, my head, my back, like everything. I think I got fleas.
Could have fleas from the cat.
Probably. How many drones do you have, Val? You got like 5, 6 of them? How come he's trying to sell his, what was it, his Air 3S he was trying to sell?
I thought he was sending that to you.
I don't know. Is that what you were selling now, the Air 3S, or was it one of your other ones?
Talking about Al?
Yeah.
So he bought a Mavic 4 Pro from Korea, and now he's trying to flip it.
Oh.
Well, I say he'll probably get a buyer here pretty soon because new tariffs kick in August 1st, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Is Korea part of that?
Oh yeah, everybody's on the chopping block. So most likely the price is going to go up even higher.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to use it, may as well sell it, I guess.
Yeah, the PD finally came by my office and picked up those old Phantoms I had, so they can use them for training.
Thought about selling my Mini 2 that I don't fly much, and maybe the Air 2S, but if I sold both of them, I probably wouldn't get much for it anyways. I think Justin was talking to me about that before.
Hey, Mark, I was reading, I saw advertisement. The U.S. Open starts this Thursday.
No, the British Open.
The British Open. Okay, I could have sworn it said U.S. Open. Maybe it did say British Open.
It's the British Open. It's Wellport Rush in Ireland. They're showing, well, Sky Sports Golf is showing the practice day today.
I guess I'll have to catch a little bit on Saturday and Sunday, maybe. I know we got another Formula One this weekend, so usually I watch free practice 1, and then I may catch free practice 3, and I always try to get qualified.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
JD's talking about sell your mustache on the black market. Some child predator would pay big bucks for them, I'm sure. That's funny.
Yeah, that's definitely something you want to do there. Right on top of the list.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
What is Jason's Facebook? I can't remember.
Oh, you're
I know
talking
it's
about
not. I don't think it's his name.
you're talking about Jason Crowder, fly in Florida or whatever.
No, I'm talking about Jason
No.
from Virginia
Lavarius.
Beach, Virginia.
Oh,
Jason Lavarius.
It's under that. It's under his name.
Yeah.
These friends I can't find. He was 3D printing one of those popular dummy things, just like a stick figure, like robot. And he was having too much fun last night.
Mm.
yeah, 3D printed Slinky.
Cheaper to buy it.
Yeah.
Go to the dollar store.
Oh no, I think a 3D printed one would be even cooler.
So I was gonna have my daughter run to the grocery this morning for me because they were going to the grocery just to get a couple of things. She goes, I don't know if you want me to come over though, because we just been by somebody that had COVID. I said, no, I don't want you nowhere near me.
No.
I said, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't want to take your chances on catching that shit.
Well, I got too much going on right now in the next couple of days to come down with COVID too.
Yeah.
No?
I don't think I've ever caught COVID one day in my life. We just got tested for it, but I've never once had it.
We fall asleep.
Yeah, probably. Probably went to go fly a ship.
No, he would have told us that.
Yeah.
When he turns his camera off, it means he's dozing.
So what you got going on, Dre?
Hopefully nothing.
Yeah.
I've already had a homeless lady come in. I don't know who let her into the yard, but I will deal with that later on. So I ended up taking her over to the warehouse and returning her property that got taken into, I hate to use the word custody, but that's about what it is. This is our agreement with the ACLU, is that we have to, when we take somebody in who's homeless, we have to give them the option of letting us store their gear for 90 days.
Oh. Does that always happen to you?
I got tasked with that little detail of dealing with these folks that they show up and want their property back. So
Does that always happen?
No, like I said, we was in a lawsuit. The city was in a lawsuit with the ACLU, and it's happened to a couple other cities that, when these homeless people get arrested or, whatever the case may be, that we were disposing of their property. When I used to run the right-of-way crew, which was basically we call the all-purpose crew and graffiti, we would go through and handle homeless encampments and stuff like that. And I would tell them off the bat, you can take anything you want as long as you carry it in your hand. All the rest of this crap is mine. I'm disposing of it. That was our policy. Because it's always amazing to me that the amount of crap somebody has who does not have a home to put it in.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like, how are you moving about with all this stuff? It's not like they in one spot all the time. So I'm thinking, how do you move around with all this crap?
Yeah, because I see that's like that happens. That's what goes on here in Florida. You see a lot of homeless people here in Florida, like holding signs saying "We'll work for food," or somebody's, they got all their shit filled like in a cart, like or whatever, and they're just sleeping on the side of the road and whatever. It's like, God, I think there would be a lot less homeless people if they just got up off their lazy ass and went out and did something with themselves, like went out and got a job or something. But I know maybe like for some it's not easy, but I don't know.
Oh, Junior's showing up.
Not always about lazy ass. Could be mental.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's you're always gonna have a certain percentage
Speaking
of
of which,
whatever you want to call it. I can tell people there are a lot more folks who are classified as homeless that you never see, and those are the
right.
people who are sleeping in cars, people who are sleeping with other family members, friends. They don't have their own place, but they're just couch hopping from one place to another. Hopefully, situation will work out for them. The ones you usually see on the streets, those even those are broken up. Like Joe said, you have those who have mental issues. You have those who have addiction. Most of them have addiction issues, which even makes the mental issues worse. And then you have some who are just down, like you say, downright have made a choice that I don't want to participate anymore. And they make a decision. I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna hold up a little sign and see who's gonna give me money so I can continue doing what I do out here in the streets.
Yeah.
And that's about what it comes down to. But I mean, there's a lot of homeless people out there for various reasons, but the ones that we see out there are the ones that the rest of society frowns on the most. Because, like you say, I always tell people there are services out there, a lot of services out there to help them become or get back into society as a productive member of it. But a lot of them just don't want to participate. They always say they want to continue to do what they do. The alcohol, the drugs, and whatever else they may be into, and they don't understand or don't want to come to the understanding that this is the reason why you are where you are. I always tell people all the time, I said, no one in society today was born and raised out in the woods. Okay, everybody here was born in a hospital, whatever the case may be. Most of us had a roof over our heads, most of our childhood and into our preteen lives and stuff. So along that, as we got to high school, which is usually where it starts at, you don't finish school, at least don't even finish high school, and then you start making other decisions that are continuing to compound your life to where you're at now. Like the lady that came in this morning, she looked like she had to be at least 10 years older than me, but I was actually 8 years older than her. But living on the streets will age you quicker than anything else, dude.
Yeah.
Just be out there in the elements, out there in the sun when it's hot, out there when it's cold, laying on concrete or wherever else on the ground, and she come collecting her stuff. And the first thing in her mouth is when I actually matched up her paperwork. And she said, well, I had a cart and a sleeping bag. And I said, lady, I don't know what you had. I go by the sheet, the property sheet, the police bring me. And it says you had one black trash bag full of miscellaneous clothing. That's what they brought in. That's it. I said, no one else sees your stuff until the day you come pick it up. That's my security measures right there. So it ain't like we let anybody go into the warehouse where it gets stored at. I said, when the cops bring it in, they bring it in, and they usually send me a picture, just like I just got one, a message, like right here. Cops just brought this.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
That's all that homeless lady's stuff.
No, this was somebody else they brought in this morning. But you see, it's a couple bicycles, trash bags, and we use the we have a certain amount of spare trash cans, the 55-gallon ones that you have in your neighborhoods. We use that to store it with, whatever we can fit in the trash can. And you see right there, that's a bunch of stuff right there. There was at least three cans, a couple bikes, all kind of miscellaneous stuff. And you think and what gets me, TJ, is they show up, and I always ask them, I said, do you have the means to take your stuff with you? Do you have a car or somebody with you, whatever? And sometimes I said no, and I mean, all I can do is give them their stuff back, and it's piled up outside of my warehouse, and they're walking somewhere else, coming back and forth to get it. Because like I said, they got so much crap, they can't carry it all at one time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then they get a little attitude, and I say, hey, if you're worried about what's not in your stuff or whatever, you can go up there to the police station and file a claim.
Yeah, that's right.
You can file a claim that you're missing. And what gets me, when you file a claim, that most people gonna ask you, I say, well, what proof do you have of what you had? They are talking about some little cart they don't put together out of spare bike parts and scooter parts and everything else. I said, you can't vouch for that. And like I was telling Justin the other day about how they changed the laws on the shopping carts out here in California to make them a felony again. And now, like I said, they don't have those shopping carts no more. Cause that's
Yeah, because like they'll take them and put all their stuff in it, and like I'll be driving down the road and like there'll be like lots of shopping carts just like randomly on the side of the road and stuff like.
Yeah, back in my day, it was a felony, and then right around when they changed the law about 10, 12 years ago, they changed the law and they raised the amount of what petty theft was from $401 to $900 or $1,000, and these guys were having shopping carts like regular little trains. You guys have like 5 or 6 carts all tied together, and they walking down the street with them.
Yeah.
So they changed the law back.
Some of them homeless people have crazy amounts of crap.
Yeah,
It's
that's why they show that
like
picture.
they have more shit than some people do in their garage.
Yeah, that's my whole point. I'm saying, how do you have this much stuff? How are you roaming?
Did you accumulate all this shit in here?
Yeah, you would think you would be as minimal as possible. You're living on the streets.
Yep.
Backpack. Something you'd be compacted into a backpack, but no, they will. They'll have a whole garage full of just shit, just junk.
I have my backpack with my gun. Yeah.
And Dre's right too about them not wanting to work, because the lady that used to run the Salvation Army place here, she said, her shelter was empty half the time because nobody would come in there because their rule was no drugs, no alcohol.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah, and as I say, that's part of that percentage of people. Like I said, their facilities there for them, but they don't want to. That's part of the problem. They don't want to follow the rules. They want to keep doing what they want to do, and they want to still, come in there and do the drugs, drink the alcohol, and they don't understand these are the things that have caused you to be on the street in the first place. And like I said, you see all this money, especially I know here in California, we had a surplus right before COVID hit. We had a surplus in the state budget. Our old buddy Galvin and his crew up there spent all this money trying to redo things for homeless population. Now we're 6 million in the hole this year.
Yeah, people think it's as easy as just build them a little tiny home and they'll be okay.
Yeah, I always tell people, it still costs money. I said, who's going to pay for this? Nobody wants to pay more taxes and see money go like this. I say throwing good money down the drain.
Well, historically, if you look at it, the more money they've thrown at the homeless situation, it hasn't helped at all.
No.
It seems to make it worse, or it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything at all, because 9 times out of 10, like any other bureaucracy agency, most of the money goes towards staffing. And that's why they go back and say, well, look, how much money have you spent actually on helping the people? And that's when they get caught with their hand in a cookie jar, because they find out they're paying some director 6 figures and a bunch of other folks, $70,000, $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they might spend maybe a tiny bit fraction on actually trying to help the people.
Where'd you go, Paul?
Dukalax run.
No, I just I had to go out and clean up something outside, but
I mean,
Oh,
some of those,
y'all taking pictures of his chair again.
and a lot of those state facilities are just a waste of time anyway, because they'll take somebody who's an extreme drug addict and they'll say, "Oh, we're going to put you in 3-day rehab."
Yeah.
You ain't going to get nobody clean in 3 days.
No.
Nope.
There's no
That's
point in even
impossible. It's
having a
impossible.
program like that,
Yeah.
unless
It's
it's like
impossible.
a minimum 6 months, minimum.
I could tell them, Justin, I said, treating their addiction is only one part of the problem. I said, you got to look at these people's backgrounds. You got to figure, hey, what's the highest level of education you got? You got to get them a diploma, GED, something that's they can walk down the street and says, okay, I can at least apply for a basic job because I do have a GED or a diploma or something. I said, teach them a trade. Like you said, it's going to take more than 3 months and 6 months. I said, you might have to keep that person for a year.
Yeah, I
Like I
mean,
say-
it would be hard pressed to get somebody clean in 6 months, let alone fucking 3 days. That's just nuts. Like people aren't even detoxing in 3 days.
Yeah.
Hey, Jody.
But like,
Hey, I'll
like
see you
I was
guys
saying,
later. I'm
you
gonna,
know, but
I'm
even
gonna
that,
start
you
getting
know, I get
ready
asked
and
the
get
question,
going.
where is
I'll
this
pop
baby
in later.
KT.
Okay.
Adios. Y'all have a good one.
and that's part of the problem, you know. And I say majority of folks, you know I'm no spring chicken, but I said majority of folks I deal with, they look my age or older, but I'm at least 10 to 15 years older than they are.
Hey, Dre, you're not even a Christmas goose.
Christmas what?
Goose.
Christmas goose?
You're not a spring chicken. Not even a Christmas goose.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was watching some body cam footage last night, and there was a 34-year-old they arrested, and he looked like he was in his 50s. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, that dude's 34. It's
Yeah.
like, Jesus.
There was a guy on one of the shows the other night. I'm not gonna mention who the name was in one of the drone shows, and the person asked him, he said, "How old are you?" And he said, 67 years old. And I looked at him and said, "Oh my Lord." And I said, "I'm 70, and I mean, compared to him and I look like I'm in my 40s compared to him." I said, "Lord help me."
Yeah.
I am glad I stay active. You heard that, Paul, right? Stay active.
What?
Stay active and you won't feel as old.
What?
What you had to do? Clean up what a Boone got a squirrel?
Now you got a bird.
He's doing his job.
Yeah, he's good if you got a bird.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a bird dog.
I mean, it's hard enough for a dog to catch a squirrel, let alone a fucking bird.
Yeah.
Well, Boone is like a shot with an arrow, man. Just
The squirrels,
Good
man,
dog,
them
man.
little fuckers are fast.
Well, they changed direction on a dime. That's the whole thing, man. They just don't
Mhm.
run straight. They be zigzagging, dipping and dodging, and like,
You talking about a squirrel, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they come out in the middle of the
driving
road.
down the street. Yeah, they get on the road on you, and they make you want to have an accident because you're trying to get out their way, and they're doing all kind of shit to make you get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dodging back and forth in the middle of the road till they decide
That's why
last minute.
I've always told my wife and my kids, I said, don't you dare try to avoid some
Hit 'em.
squirrel. I said, hey, if they get ran over, they get ran over.
Yeah, just pick them up. You got jambalaya. I mean,
Yeah, if it's a small animal and
So
I'm
I'm
going
not
too
putting up with-
fast,
You know, you get in an accident because you like, oh, there's a squirrel in the road. I said, yeah, there's a lot of squirrels in the road. And there'll be less squirrels in the road. You keep running them over.
shoot, if you hit it, it's fresh roadkill. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
What?
yeah, we were driving down the road one day in the bus and the driver fucking swerved, almost knocked a box truck off the road. And I said,
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing? He goes, there's a dog in the road. I said, well, hit the bitch. I
Yeah,
said, you almost took us and the fucking box truck off
that's
the
what
road.
I'm saying. That's what usually
Over a
happens.
fucking
dude.
dog.
Like, mm-mm.
Like, then we were doing like 60 down the highway when he swerved. I
No.
was like, Jesus.
You got kids jumping over seats and everything, flipping over seats and everything.
They don't jump and they get tossed.
Now, luckily,
Oh,
it was
I'm
just
telling
me and him in the bus, but that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, in a vehicle that size, going down the road at 60, just I hate to say it, but you're gonna wipe the dog out. Fuck that. I'm not
Yeah.
swerving.
Oh, and
Hey,
the
Dre,
over there, if you hit a dog, you had to report it to the police. Because they were licensed.
Yep.
Ain't no problem reporting it. You just gotta say it was in the road.
Yeah,
Ain't
no, they're not.
nothing wrong reporting it.
Have to-
But I mean, I would report the fact that I hit a squirrel or dog or whatever, and the fact that the police got to show up and excavate me out of my vehicle because I try to avoid one. I
Yeah.
wrapped around a telephone pole.
Like,
There was
I
a
had an
lady-
accident, a bus accident a few years back when I was working. And the car made a turn and kind of sideswiped the bus, right? So they had to call ambulance and everything else because of the kids on board. So I get on board and I said, okay, I look, nobody's hurt. You know, nobody's hurt. I get on board and I said, okay, everybody all right? Everybody looks at me and said, anybody hurt? Everybody puts their hand up in the air. I said, y'all really hurt, right? And one kid said, yeah, I'm hurt. Need to go to the hospital. I said, okay, hold on a minute. I said, go get me a spine board like that. So they got me a spine board, right? My partner already knew what was going on. So we laid the spine board. I got him on the spine board. I taped this up like a mummy on the spine board. And we were getting up, rolling them upside down, all kind of stuff, getting out. And everybody's looking at it. And I said, y'all stay sitting. Don't nobody move. I got to get 15 more spine boards because all of y'all going out like this. Oh, I'm not hurt.
I said, you'd have got his hand down quickly. All you did break out a needle. Okay, I gotta get y'all shots first. They'd be like,
Yeah, he stayed on that spine board till we got to the hospital too.
yeah. I said, everybody gotta get a shot first. All them hands would have went down. Yeah.
Last night in the All-Star game, Skeen, the pitcher from LSU, was the starting pitcher again second year in a row.
Mhm.
And I think he had like, out of the 2 innings he pitched, he had like 5 strikeouts.
Hmm.
I mean, he'd be throwing the thing at 90 miles an hour. Then he'd come out and throw one right down the middle at 102. And then the ball would be in the glove before they bring the bat around.
Wow.
That's how good he is.
Hmm.
And then add insult to injury, his girlfriend's Livy Dunn. And she's flexible.
Oh,
Dre, he had to go there, didn't he?
I'm just
Yeah.
wondering how do he have that type of knowledge?
Well, she's a gymnast, you know.
Oh,
For
okay,
LSU.
okay. So he's just
She was
assuming
the, she was the top gymnast at LSU, and that's boyfriend and girlfriend since they were at
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah.
And she's got money and he's got millions now, and she's
Mhm.
flexible.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
I tell you what, if I could throw a pitch the way he throws a pitch, he's got 7 different pitches, and he could put each one of them in at 102. And he
Wow.
threw one last night, I think it was 106.
Ooh.
And it was like it was going right down the middle, and all of a sudden came off and then caught the corner.
Mm.
And when he threw it, he already turned around. He was looking the other way.
Oh,
And he
wow.
turned around, he looking the other way, threw it. The guy, it's in the glove. The guy swings, and he's
Mm.
smiling, walking off. And when you're that good, it's just, bitch, hit me. I dare you. You know,
Yeah. Where'd he go in the draft?
he was number 1 2 years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, he
And
got
he
all the
stayed in-
money 2 years ago.
And he stayed in school?
No, he left then. He was leaving it.
No,
He stayed till his last year he could, and they won the national championship. He came out number 1 in the draft. And then the guy Anderson last night from Madisonville, right down the street,
Mm-hmm.
he's number 3 in the draft. Goes from a Madisonville kid with his mom and dad having a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
The automatic contract, 23.8 million.
Mm.
He's going to Seattle.
Mm.
23 million for pitcher to baseball.
Yeah.
I should have stayed in baseball.
Yeah.
Back then it was probably 100,000, so it didn't matter.
I used to love to play the game. I had a little bit of skill set, but I didn't have that rifle arm. I could hit like crazy, had good speed in the bases. But I knew deep down that just like in football, you know, I played Division I ball, which I knew that's about as far as I can go. In baseball,
Yep.
I figured I might get to AAA. I never had the, you know, I feel I didn't have the tools to actually make major league.
Well, I played shortstop, third base. I pitched every once in a while, but I was catcher most of the time.
Mhm.
And if you were on first base and he pitched the ball to me, and I could be in my crotch, be all the way down there,
Yeah.
and I look over, and if you turned your head, yeah, I picked you off. That's
Yeah.
all my arm was.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you turn your head, I throw it down there, and you'd be picked off. You had no choice. That's the little splitter I just printed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think
Good
I've
morning,
got to print
Frank.
some other little things for it. Well, Paul, I think I'm going to pack it in because it's
Yeah.
coming up to what, 11 o'clock your time?
Yep, 11 o'clock.
It's almost 8 here, so yeah, I'm gonna call it the morning.
Okay, if
Yeah,
you
we'll
guys
take a
want to
break.
call it, we'll call it.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
guys
gonna
see
take a break
David. Make
'cause
sure you
home
send me a
health's coming a
copy of
little
that file for my background so I can match with everybody else.
I'll send
Okay.
it to you. I got it. I got you, Drake.
All right. See y'all
Okay,
later.
everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you again later this afternoon.